Was it foreseeable? If the answer is yes, you may be responsible for causing and contributing to this injury, to this accident. You want to know what I'm talking about? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. In any accident case, we always look to see whether the accident was foreseeable. If a person goes through a red light while driving a car, is it foreseeable that they can hit someone at the intersection and cause damage? Absolutely. If you have an open hole in the middle of your property and some kids are running by and they don't see the hole or it's covered over, and now they step into and suffer a significant injury, is it foreseeable that somebody coming onto your property, maybe the mailman, maybe a guest, doesn't see this hole and now they fall into it, suffer an injury? Is it foreseeable? If the answer is yes, you may be responsible. So why does foreseeability play such a big role in personal injury and accident cases here in New York? The law looks to see whether or not the person who owned the property, whether the person who caused the harm, whether their actions, whether it was foreseeable that those actions could have caused or would cause an injury if somebody came by going about their daily activities. So somebody driving through the intersection with a green light isn't anticipating that somebody in the other direction is going to blow through a red light. But we know that the basic rules of the road say at a red light at the intersection, cars have to stop. And now if a driver goes through that red light, it's foreseeable that somebody in that intersection is going to get hurt. And so now that person who went through the red light is going to be responsible for compensating that injured victim for all the harms, all the damages, all the losses that they incurred. Why? Simply because of the fact that they were careless and failed to do what they were supposed to do, failed to see what was there to be seen. Foreseeability is a critical thing. If, on the other hand, it's not foreseeable and it's inconceivable that someone could have gotten hurt as a result of someone's actions, then in all likelihood it's going to be very challenging to show that that person is actually legally responsible for your harm and for your injuries. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in these accident cases here in the state of New York. You know, I recognize and I realize you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need to be answered first, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, G-E-R-R-Y, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.